said, I can live with most of them. They took a very safe route. They don't have any bad ones up there.
Withdrawing from
What is this one?
Withdrawing from the World Health Organization, sir?
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, the outcome should be great for everyone. Obviously good for America, but obviously exceptionally good for NATO as well. What I like about this particular move too is that Donald Trump is not sitting back there in the Oval Office shooting off at them. He's gone over to Davos. He's eyeballed them all and told them exactly what he thinks.
Right. He's courage personified, Donald Trump, even
Yes.
though there are times when I don't like what he says, I'll be honest with you. And I think his tactics are often very abrasive and slightly outrageous. But honestly, you couldn't say the man lacked courage. He goes to Davos. He must be the most hated person in Davos, way beyond President Putin and Xi Jinping in terms of the animosity. And he goes over there and he makes a speech, criticizes the Europeans in a justified way, frankly, because their economies are flatlining or in some cases in recession. So, yeah, he's not afraid to confront his foes.
They talk about Davos man. He's kind of the antithesis of Davos man, but he turned up there. Here's a little bit of what he said to the crowd.
We never asked for anything, and we never got anything. We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force, where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made, because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force.
There we are, Donald Trump. We'll wait and hear more details about this permanent deal when it comes to Greenland security and its critical minerals. But before I let you go, Alexander, I've got to get your thoughts on Australian politics. I just don't understand how, when this government and this country are in so much trauma at the moment, somehow the coalition have conspired to make themselves the issue.
It's disgraceful. And I think in particular, my ire is directed at David Littleproud for taking the National Party out of the coalition, presumably because he has a plan that will bring down Susan Lee. I think it is a terrible way to behave. They must behave more responsibly. The public are, not welded on to the Labour Party, but they're just exasperated by the coalition at the moment. I just know that from talking to people in Melbourne yesterday. People were just fed up with the coalition, coalition parties, the non-coalition now. But for the National Party to have walked away from the Liberal Party in that way, it's disgraceful. And it won't be readily forgotten. They have to get back together again, put together a coherent philosophy, argue for coherent policies and policy reform, and get on with holding the Labour Party, as they like to say, to account and ensure that we get government.
Spot on, Alexander. Look forward to catching up with you again next week.